¿Dónde está mi sugar daddy, 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 daddy? Check, 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 check. ¿Dónde está mi sugar daddy, 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 daddy? Check, 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 check. ¿Dónde está mi sugar daddy, 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 daddy? Check, 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 check. Como debe ser, se pone de pinga cuando.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Otra, por favor. As you
Por
guys,
favor, I love it.
You know, it's called Otra, por favor, because like I like to drink. We like to drink when we're in the studio.
Yes.
So it's not just about drinking, but also another story. Otra canción, otro buen tiempo.
Me encanta.
So today I have the honor and the privilege to interviewing Oya Baby.
La baby.
You're from Miami, right? But your background is Cuban.
Yes, Carol City, Miami, Florida. My family's Cuban immigrants. They came in the 80s. My mom was just a little girl and started our life in Carol City, which is a predominantly black neighborhood. You know, it's the hood where we call it in Miami. And, you know, both cultures are very important to me. Speaking Spanish, she made sure that was my first language. So, and I learned English in school, so I was like an Esau and shit. Yeah. Sorry, I'm cursing.
Oh, but you know what? You can curse.
Period.
We love to curse here, so
Okay.
you can let loose in
Okay.
that one. Before we go into your story, we would like to say thank you to South by and also Halcyon Coffee for allowing us to record the interview here.
Yes.
It's a busy city because of the festival, and I want to ask you first is how is South by treating you? How is Austin treating you? Is it your first time here?
Yeah, so it's not my first time here in Austin. Like how I said, I've always performed with Flo Rida, so he's done a million South by Southwest shows and stuff. But I've never performed by myself as an artist at South by Southwest. This was my first performance, and it was just amazing. Like the love from the people, like the crowd was like going crazy. The performance was amazing. Like I couldn't have asked for a better time and a better performance. Like it went great by God's grace.
Do you have any favorite place in Austin that you like to eat?
Oh man, so we went to this strip. I'm not sure, they said it's like 7th Street or something like that. And they have like barbecue, jerk, like all types of food, like kebabs. So of course I have barbecue. I had like a sausage sandwich, I had a turkey leg. Like I went crazy after my performance. I was so hungry because I was fasting all day. But I went in, Texas barbecue, you can't go wrong with that. So it was so good.
Oh yeah, it's one thing about barbecue in Texas, it's like it's an art.
It's addicting. And then the barbecue sauce too. I'm like, what the fuck? Everything is so good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you get to enjoy the food and you're in the city as well.
Yes, I love it here.
As you know, our platform is getting to know new artists because of the South by Southwest Music Festival. We wanted to reach out and talk about your story. Talk about you. You already mentioned you're from Miami. From which part of specific?
Carol City.
Carol City. And growing up in Carol City as a Latina, how was that for you? How was that, your upbringing, and how did that shape you and the person you are today?
Yes, of course. So we grew up in the projects. I grew up in the projects. So of course in the projects you have a gumbo of everybody. You have Cubans, you have Mexicans, you have Colombians, Venezuelans, Jamaicans, Haitians. So I mean it was always just a gumbo of cultures, you know what I mean? It was very important for my mom and my family to make sure I knew my roots and knew my Spanish. Like I said, that was my first language. And then of course growing up in Carol City, like it's just like this homey feeling. Like there's nothing like Carol City for me. Like I love going back home. It's just my favorite place in the world, honestly. And yeah.
So when you go back, do you feel like you're relaxed and calm? You can be yourself?
Yes, I can be myself. I can open up. Like I can just relax. The food's gonna be good. Like it's just a vibe. Home is home.
Nice. And you started dancing at a young age.
Yes.
But then you also started doing your own music career. You were signed with Flo Rida. So how's that transitioning for you from dancing, you being behind the scenes sort of, to now you're like in the spotlight?
Crazy. Yeah, so shout out to Flo Rida, my mentor, my manager, my everything. I started off as his backup dancer straight out of high school, honestly. Like I did like 2 semesters of college and then they gave me a call. And I was like still 18 at the time. Underage as fuck. And nothing, I got the call. I was his backup dancer for like 7-8 years. And from then, like I guess a little bit before the pandemic came, like I just always messed around and always loved music. I've always had a passion for music. Of course, to be a dancer, you have to love music, you know. And like I just would always mess around, like rap or cover people's songs or sing, and you know, like just how we always hang out as a family. So he would just always be like, I'm gonna take your ass to the studio, keep playing around. And that day really came. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning one day, and he was like, yo, come to the studio. And I'm like, what the fuck, it's 2 a.m. He's like, welcome to the lifestyle.
Right.
So I pulled up, we recorded, and it was just like amazing. It was like a vibe, and I was just like, damn, I feel like I could really do this. You know?
Was it something that clicked once you got to the studio and you know?
It was okay, because when I was recording, I was like, oh my god, I don't know. Like when you first hear yourself back, I've never heard myself like that. I've never had to like. He broke everything down for me. It was like a real teacher-student moment. He's like, these are bars. This is how you write a song. This is how you write a hit. Like it was just crazy. Like I call it boot camp because he's a little loquito, you know? He's very passionate about his shit, and he likes things done in a certain way, the right way, which granted, you know, there's not a whole bunch of plaques and a million streams or billion streams for no reason, you know? So I definitely didn't take that for granted, and I didn't take the opportunity lightly. I was very serious, you know, but we still had our fun, but it was just like, I've always had that discipline as a dancer, so I just try to take that energy into the studio too. So it was after the recording where I heard myself, and I was like, kind of cringed at first, because I'm like, damn, I've never heard myself in that way, but I was just like, damn, like, this shit sounds good. Like I could do this.
Yeah, no, that's good, because I think you know, from one place to another, a lot of the times the change can be tough, but you have someone like a mentor like Flo Rida behind you, and that helped you. But also, yes, there's like Spider-Man is saying, with success comes responsibility.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of responsibility, because there's a lot of, I mean, he's pretty much, what he did is like help them become who he is right now. So he wanted to allow you to, hey, you're gonna have your own way, your own story, but this is sort of a pathway that can help you or guide you at least.
Yes, definitely. He's been amazing. It's been very big shoes to fill, you know, just even trying to follow him and all the opportunities he's given us. Like he, you know, I come out on his set, he always lets me open up for him, like depending on the crowd. And then for the corporate shows, of course, like even my songs, they could be a little ratchet. He's like, I don't give a fuck, you're coming out. Like he's very supportive, so I'm very appreciative.
So I've been listening to your music to prepare for the interview, and there's like, I'm an accountant, right? So whenever I need to close the month, I'm for sure hopping into your music just because it helps. And more about your music, you were doing a lot of hip hop earlier in your career, but now you're breaking the barriers to going into Spanish, and you're doing dembow. How was that for you, blending Spanish to your music, and also knowing that you're a Latina, so it's you, like it's sort of like it's your home, so there's another story to tell with that.
Yes, that was something that was very comfortable for me. He always made sure I recognized my roots, and always said like little things in Spanish, like an intro or like just like a tag or something, but I've never done like a full song, so that transition was very fun, and like you said, it was super comfortable. It felt like home. Like I'm like, damn, I'm supposed to be doing Latin music, you know? Like it's me. Like I'm from Kansas City, but I'm also, you know, a Cuban American, and it's very important for me to like express where I'm from, and you know, let the people know that I'm both. You know what I mean? So that was great. And then to do a dembow, of course I'm not Dominican, but it was just amazing. Like dembow is it right now. It's like the latest, you know, thing right now going on in music. So it was only right to like tap into new ventures like what we always do. And of course, El Alfa, shout out to El Alfa, he's the GOAT right now, especially in Dominican Republic. Joel and Randy, they're Puerto Rican, Dominican, Alex Station, who's Colombian, all of them. Like, it was just a gumbo of all countries, you know what I mean? So it was amazing. We had a great time, and I'm super grateful for that record. Like, it went #1, it hit the charts, you know, Latin Billboard, Latin, you know, iTunes. So.
Nice. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's no, it's good. I'm a fan of music, right? But whenever I see Latinos taking it back home, like that's great.
It was everything. I had so much fun.
And also brought into your audience. Like, you know, you're who knows, maybe you will be performing in Pal Norte one day or Viva Latino. That'd be pretty badass if you go to Mexico City. Because dembow is pretty big in Mexico. So I mean, why not?
It's so crazy because we had a show in Mexico, and when I performed Sugar Daddy, I'm like, oh man, I wonder like how they're gonna receive it, because I didn't really know, you know. And when I saw that they went crazy, like, oh my god, I was like, oh my god, it was Mexico City, and it was insane. Like they went insane. Like I gotta show you the clip.
I have to see the clip because, you know, do you remember the venue you guys performed at?
Oh, I don't remember, but I know there was a big it was a big lineup. Like I know it was Nelly Furtado,
Okay.
Sech was on the lineup as well, and they were crazy for Sech, but she's like an amazing artist. So I think he's from Panama.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just crazy. It went crazy. We'll have to see where we went.
And that's cool. I'm excited to see where you're gonna go next, and especially with Spanish. I mean, you're hitting different segments, which always helps. And a little bit about blending your roots and your music. For you, how's that been? What is something that you feel like that's your mission as an artist? And, you know, Latina, you grew up in Miami to now. What do you want your audience to know about you and your music?
I want my audience to know that I'm being true to myself, that I'm very authentic, that, you know, to be just true, you know what I mean? Not to be fake, not to portray something that I'm not. Like, it's very important to me and for the people to know that, like I said, I am both. I am American. I was born in Miami, Carol City, you know, but I'm also a Latina. So I want the people to know it's like a reflection, like a mirror, you know what I mean? I'm just being vulnerable, I'm being open, I just want to have fun. There's soft music, there's reggaeton, there's dembow, there's hip hop. Like it's just a mixture of all things, and that's exactly who I am. Like that's all the type of music that I love, that I grew up listening to. So yeah, just be authentic, just be myself, that's what I'm doing.
And that goes with your songs. I was listening to a lyric where it says, like, man, they want to call it daddy's issue, but you call it a feed.
Yeah.
But how is like that pretty much relates to, you know, your story and
Yes, of
hey,
course.
like strong woman, unapologetic.
Unapologetic. I grew up my mom, single mom. Like I didn't have my dad really much in my life. My grandparents raised me as well. My grandpa passed away, so that killed me as well. So of course my daddy issues come from that too. I was just so codependent with him, and he drove me to college. Like I was so spoiled. It was my everything, so I miss him so much. But my mom, yeah, a very strong, independent woman where I didn't need anyone for anything, you know what I mean? So she's like, make sure you get your feet, make sure everything that you do, you deserve, and make sure you get paid for it, you know what I mean? Because you deserve it. Period. So shout out to my mommy.
Shout out. Donde quiera que esté, besote.
Besote, mami.
And before we go into, you know, like the last question, I want to ask you, mental health as an artist, you're creating music to have a good time. But for you, how do you take care of yourself so you can pour into other people? Because you're always on the road. I mean, as you're doing music, you always set the standard high and high and high. So it keeps the bar keeps rising. What do you do to just, you know, take care of Oya Baby as a person?
So I feel like mentally, physically, emotionally, I feel like it's always important to pray, to keep God first, you know, Jesus Christ first. Praying for me is very important, meditating. I feel like working out, that's like one of my like scapegoats. I feel like just taking care of myself physically, you know what I mean? Like not just because of appearance wise, like it just makes you feel better. Like I've had so many dance injuries where I've just had to like push through, and you know, you work out and you just feel so much better. Like physical therapy and physically working out, it just heals everything. It heals the mind, the body, the soul. So get your ass in the gym.
That's right, actually. So you're right about that because personally, I like to hit the cut of the before.
Yes.
You know, especially I'm getting older. That's not just that movement. That's what
Yes. A celebration, you go to the gym. You're going through it. You're mad. You go to the gym. You let that shit out. Like it's just the best for me, you know.
It hurts, but it feels so good.
It feels so good.
And last but not least, if you want to tell the audience which projects have you recently released? What are you working on? Are you going to be touring? Or what can they expect from Oya Baby?
Yes, they can expect more solo projects from Oya Baby. I just released my single Perra, which is out right now. I released it in February this year. It's a reggaeton record. Shout out to Travis Craig who produced it. And it's just been amazing. Of course, Sugar Daddy is out. You guys know that already. El Alfa, Joel and Randy, Alex Sensation. It's been out for like a year, a little bit now. So that's out right now. I have Manyan that's coming out very soon. I got a little merch on where I can show y'all real quick.
Do it.
Manyan. Manyan is coming out very, very, very soon. So be on the lookout for that. And of course, there's more solo performances like this, like South by Southwest, an EP possibly, maybe, giving you a little hint. A little mix of both sides, and you know, just being myself, Spanish, English, expect many new things. You know, I don't like to be in a box. I like to explore and try new shit. So more things.
Un corrido.
Stay tuned. Un corrido.
Well, yeah, I appreciate your time and also your team for allowing us to know a little about you and your story, and for sure you're added to the list of my new favorite artists. I mean, I say it by I actually say it genuinely because in Austin we've been highlighting and amplifying a lot of voices from artists. So we're actually going to be performing tonight at Taquero Vaquero. So you're not busy, I'll shoot you guys the info.
Yes, please. Let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you guys, and se cuidan, se portan bien, and the best team in the world is el América.
Hey, gracias.
Adios.